If you've been planning a move to the United Kingdom, whether for work, study, or to join family, the ground beneath your feet has just dramatically shifted. For the past few years, the UK's immigration system has been in a constant state of flux. But the latest official statistics covering the year up to June 2025 are in. And they don't just show a change in direction, they reveal a deliberate, widespread and aggressive strategy by the UK government to reduce the number of people coming into the country. The headlines are stark. Work visas have plummeted. Student-dependent numbers have been decimated. And the financial bar for families to reunite has been raised significantly. So, what is actually happening? Who is most affected? And what does this mean for your plans? Today, we are breaking down the very latest official data on UK work visas, family visas, study visas, and dependent visas. We'll cut through the political noise and give you the hard numbers and the practical implications. This is the essential 2025 update you cannot afford to miss. Let's start with the category that affects the largest number of professionals: work visas. The top line figure is staggering. In the year ending June 2025, the number of work visas granted to main applicants dropped by more than a third, a 36% decrease to be precise, with a total of 183,000 grants. This isn't an accident. It's the direct result of major policy changes designed to make it harder and more restrictive to get a UK work visa. And the impact is most visible in two key areas: the health and care worker visa and the general skilled worker route. First, let's talk about the health and care worker visa. For years, this was the UK's primary route to staffing its national health service and social care sector with overseas talent. Not anymore. In the last year, the number of health and care worker visas issued to main applicants fell by an astonishing 77%. The number of visas for their dependents, their partners, and children also fell by exactly the same amount, 77%. This collapse is directly linked to a rule change that came into effect earlier this year, which banned care workers from bringing their dependents to the UK. The government argued this was to stop exploitation in the sector, but the effect has been to make the route far less attractive for people who don't want to leave their families behind. The message is clear: if you are a care worker, the UK may want your labour, but it no longer welcomes your family. But it's not just the care sector. The broader skilled worker route has also taken a massive hit. Grants for main applicants under this category decreased by 38%, while grants to their dependents fell by 25%. When we dig into the data, we can see exactly which industries are feeling the pinch. The biggest loser has been the food preparation and hospitality sector. Visas for roles like chefs saw an 81% decline, dropping from over 9,000 to just over 2,000 in a single year. If you've noticed restaurants struggling to hire, this is a major reason why. The tech sector hasn't been immune either. Visas issued to IT professionals continued their downward trend, falling by another 23% in the last year. This is a result of higher salary thresholds and a stricter definition of what counts as a skilled job, pushing many junior and mid-level tech roles out of eligibility. Now, here's a twist in the story. While new applications are plummeting, the number of people already in the UK on work visas who are extending their stay has actually gone up by 23% compared to the previous year. This might seem contradictory, but it makes perfect sense. This increase is a direct echo of the huge surge in work visa grants we saw back in 2022 and 2023. Many of those individuals who came during that peak period are now reaching the end of their initial visa term and are eligible to apply for an extension. They are choosing to stay, creating a backlog of extension applications even as the front door for new applicants is closing. It tells us that while it's getting harder to get in, those who are already here are keen to remain. Next up, let's look at students. For years, international students have been a huge part of the UK's economy and culture. And while the UK still attracts a lot of students, the rules of the game have fundamentally changed, especially for their families. Overall, sponsored study visa grants are down 18% from last year. But that number hides the real story. The number of main applicants, the students themselves, only fell by a modest 4%. The real bombshell is the number of dependent visas issued to the partners and children of students. That number has crashed by 81%. This is the direct and intended consequence of a policy change that took effect on the 1st of January 2024. This new rule restricts the ability to bring dependents to only those students enrolled in research-based postgraduate courses, like a PhD. If you are coming for a bachelor's degree or a taught master's program, you must now come alone. This policy has had a dual effect. Firstly, it has directly cut the number of dependent visas issued. Secondly, it appears to have had a chilling effect on main applicants as well. That 4% drop in student numbers, while small, suggests that some potential students are now choosing not to come to the UK at all if they cannot bring their family with them. It's worth noting that for students already in the UK, a number of extensions granted to continue their studies remains stable, similar to last year's figures. So the crackdown is firmly focused on new arrivals. Finally, let's talk about the most personal of all visa routes: family visas. This is for people who want to join a partner, parent, or child in the UK. After a period of increases between 2021 and 2024, this route is now also in decline. In the year ending June 2025, the number of family visas granted fell by 15%. The main driver of this drop is the partner visa for spouses and partners of British citizens or settled residents. Grants for partner visas fell by a significant 27%. The reason for this is no secret. It's the increase in the minimum income requirement. This is the amount of money a British or settled person must earn to sponsor a foreign partner to come to the UK. The government has been phasing in a substantial increase to this threshold. This policy has made it significantly more difficult for many couples to meet the financial requirements. A low-earning sponsor, even if they are a British citizen, may now find they are simply not earning enough to bring their own husband or wife to live with them in the UK. The 27% drop in partner visas is a direct reflection of this tougher financial test. Similar to the work visa category, we see a slight rise in extensions for family residents, up 8% from last year. Again, this reflects people who entered under the old, less stringent rules now extending their stay. The UK's immigration landscape has been redrawn. The drawbridge is being pulled up. Whether this is a temporary correction or a permanent new reality remains to be seen. But for now, anyone planning a future in the UK must navigate this tougher, more demanding and more restricted system. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more updates, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video. The UK's immigration landscape has been redrawn. The drawbridge is being pulled up. Whether this is a temporary correction or a permanent new reality remains to be seen. But for now, anyone planning a future in the UK must navigate this tougher, more demanding and more restricted system. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more updates, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video.